quick intro?
Yep.
What's that?
All right, guys, we are live. It is One Team, One Podcast. We're fucking up all over the place.
Yes, sir. We got
I am, I'm 2 drinks in. I need like 5 more. It is Matt and Jack, old school Matt and Jack here. And then we have Tate, new addition to the group. Tate
What's
is
up,
running
everybody?
the board. Tater Tot? They call you Tater Tot?
that's what personal friends call me. So got it. That's what we'll go
Okay.
with.
We'll call you Tate for now.
Cool. Let's go for it.
Professional.
It is episode 113. This is a beach edition because we're going on vacation next week, and I can't tell you how excited I am to go on vacation. That's all I've been thinking about all week. Shout out to my bosses if y'all are watching. But yeah, SEC baseball tournament time, and this always happens right before we always go to the beach Memorial Week.
Right.
And the SEC tournament is the very beginning of the week, and then the regionals is the very end of the week.
Right.
I love this time of year. SEC tournament baseball reminds me of going to – I know we're going to Pensacola this year, but Perdido, Floribama.
All the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
Pensacola area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So –
And you can always count on rain delays.
yes.
Year.
Oh.
Every year, if I see just shitty weather for an entire week, I'm like, oh, it's SEC baseball tournament.
So I
go.
saw today – well, I was actually watching the game today, and they were actually floating the idea of turning it into a single elimination tournament. And I was like, well, if these baseball announcers are just floating Chris Burke is just floating the idea of this, it's not a float. It is like, for real, they have discussed this, and the weather is that bad that they are now talking about doing a single elimination tournament, which fucks LSU, first of all.
See, I disagree with that, and this is the only reason former broadcaster, the only reason why I'd ever say that. They send us a sheet of stuff, so you're right on that part.
Sure, yeah.
But I think it helps with Cade with his shoulder. I think that gives him an extra day, maybe, potentially. I don't know what's going on with that fully.
Single elimination, though, if they lose the game, if say they lose to Kentucky.
I think it's double elimination starting the second round. It's single elimination in the first round to make things faster is what I was told.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's why I think it would help.
That makes sense.
Now, if it was single elimination, you would be right. Double elimination.
Like say they just lose to Kentucky and they never got a chance to win another game in Hoover.
They're not losing to Kentucky, personally.
I agree.
I've had the Canes over there. It's just imitation Canes. It's not even close to it. So I think Purple and Gold wins. They had a weird robot when I toured the campus.
They tried crawfish there before.
That was not good.
Did not work out.
I mean, their basketball team lost to some peacocks. I mean, I think they're in an abysmal university. So it'll be interesting tomorrow.
All right, so I think that game is scheduled for 1 o'clock, but who the fuck knows what time that game's going to play. And Sam was very interested in the Kentucky-Auburn game. Obviously, Auburn lost. And now he's a huge LSU fan because he wants revenge against Kentucky is what he told me earlier today.
I see.
So we'll be watching that at work tomorrow at whatever time they play. But have you been following – I know baseball has been a little weird this year. Have you been following baseball?
No.
You haven't?
Not really.
At all?
Not really. I actually did. I watched a good bit of the Vandy series. That's usually when I start watching. Is like last couple weeks.
Okay.
And then I'll get into the tournament, and I'll always get into regionals. I mean, that's when I come alive.
Got to start somewhere,
Yeah, I mean, it's like I have basketball hangover for about a month.
No, and this one was a bad basketball hangover.
And the NBA playoffs have been fun. Like really
See,
fun.
I'm the opposite of you. It's probably because I'm old. Like, I have not been following the NBA playoffs as much as I've been following college baseball.
The reason I've been following it is it's just been, honestly, it's been the most fun playoffs we've had in like a few years.
Do you feel that's because the Pelicans were in it, though?
Well, at start, that was it. But even this round, or the past two rounds, have been, it's just fun because there's no, like, clear-cut best team right now. I mean, obviously the Warriors are looking better than any of the other three teams.
You don't feel like it's the Warriors and the Celtics? To me, I feel like there's two clear-cut teams.
I don't know about that. The Heat look better than the Celtics so far this series.
It's
2-2. But
but Horford and Smart didn't play in the first game.
Yeah, but I mean, the Heat are still a very fucking good team.
Yeah, but they had two starters out.
But they still didn't have.
I'm saying Celtics in 6.
They didn't have those starters out in Game 3.
They still had Horford out in Game 2.
But they didn't have him out in Game 3. And the Heat beat the shit out of them in Game 3. Heat are a really fucking good team.
I'm not saying they're not good, but I think the Celtics are far and ahead.
I think the Celtics are
better than them.
Far and ahead better.
Well,
I think they're a better team.
I think they'll win in 6, and then the first game that they lost.
No, I think it's going to 7.
Shouldn't even count it.
I think it's going to 7.
That's what Will says too, and I'm gonna say fuck that. It's going 6.
Look, I haven't watched a single ounce of either game, but I got insight from a friend who's a Heat fan, and I think it's a toss-up either way. You flip a coin, that series ends either way.
I agree.
That's from a biased Heat fan.
Sure, and again, I haven't watched a single ounce of basketball since the Pelicans were eliminated, so take that with a grain of salt.
I mean, like, not only that, it's just like...
And 3-1 Warriors
first,
right now? Is that right?
3-1 Warriors,
3-1,
yeah.
Okay. And they were 3-0, and they lost, right?
Yeah. But then you have the leak in the ceiling, and, I don't know. It's
who knows?
Just,
what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's last night at halftime, there was a leak in the ceiling. They had to, delay the game by, I don't know
Which
how
game?
long. The Warriors-Mavs.
So this is at Oakland or something?
This was in Dallas.
Yeah, they had to, like Mark Cuban Shark Tank, they had to get, all the failed Shark Tank dollars up there to try to fix
it all up. Yeah. It was a Shark Tank. There was literally water coming into the Shark
through.
Tank.
Yeah.
Did somebody make a meme about that? That would have been a great meme.
It
would have been great timing if we had it written up, but we didn't have it written up.
Yeah, y'all needed me to watch it, I think. Okay, so let's get back to the SEC baseball tournament. I know you don't watch it at all, but I'm glad you're here. We can talk about it.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, so
I've watched it for my
watched.
grandfather, so I got it down.
Okay, so LSU coming alive with the bats. I have no idea. I think they're probably going to pitch Mikhail Hilliard tomorrow, but I don't feel like I don't know if Jay Johnson even wants to say who he's going to pitch anymore. I think he just waits to the last minute, and I think I read something where he's got 30 minutes before the game to announce his lineup, and I think he's going to wait that full amount of time to tell people who he's going to pitch, just for batting. Yeah. I guess game plans and stuff like that. So Hilliard, I think, will pitch in the first game just to get a win, and then the second game, I think they're going to go probably Ty Floyd. He's the best.
I'm assuming. My thing with,
but I'm not even worried about the pitching as much as I am just to hit the ball.
See, again, ebbs and flows. I'm a Braves fan. I know this is not college baseball, but just to give an example, midway through the season, could not tell you they're going to win the World Series. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things that's just baseball is all about getting hot at the right time. So. We beat Vandy 21-10. I mean, that's great and all, but you got to see if we carry that on or we get a little too ahead of ourselves. I mean,
speaking of Vandy, we've got to talk about the Whistler.
Indeed, dude. Did you see that?
You saw all of it, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
what are the
justice is what I'm saying.
We haven't been stepping on each other's toes very much often on Twitter.
We did it this morning.
We did it at 6:30 in
we
the
did it
fucking
at 6:30 this morning. You tweeted something. I didn't realize you tweeted it.
When I was tweeting, I was like, there's no way he's going to – because, I did check. Because I always check first when it's something like that, something big.
I was like, well, there's no way Jackson will.
I was like, I'm sure he's already tweeted by now. And then I saw that you hadn't, and I was like, okay, so I'm good to tweet this.
Yeah.
And then, what you posted it 1 minute later.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
And then I realized not only did I post, so basically it was a retweet of the Ben Mintz video, and I think you said Mincy off the top rope. I said a minute later, I said Mincy doing the Lord's work. Mm-hmm. And then, so I see that you said Mincy off the top rope, so I deleted mine, but then I realized after that on his video, underneath on all the comments, there was probably 3 Mincy doing the Lord's work comments. I was like, shit. I would have really fucked up on that one.
I saw that too.
So anyway, I think I was in the safe there. But yeah, the whole but then I realized, okay, I was looking at the Whistler, and I'm thinking, okay, this guy does not look like the Whistler that I know. And I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on with that.
I think there's two.
The normal one, the first
told.
one that I remember has the slicked back hair and the
Correct.
mustache.
So there are two Whistlers, and I did the research this morning.
Nice.
It was OTOP research and development, RD.
Record-setting blog that you had today.
Record-setting.
All right. Is Sam in the chat? Sam's not in the chat.
Let's find out who's in the chat right now.
I don't think Sam's in the chat because if he's not in the chat, I'm really gonna talk a lot of shit.
I
about
mean, Jude's in the chat and he said, "Thank you, Mitzi." Hashtag thank you.
Okay,
Mitzi.
good.
Hashtag
So Sam gave me a lot of shit about this today. So I'm
about your blog.
About the blog because I said the blog's blowing up. Just make sure Ellie doesn't grab the
microphone.
Dog's laying on the mic right there. Yeah. Speak into the mic, Ellie. Anyway, so I said, hey, the blog's blowing up. And it had legit like 500 views in an hour. And it was like, okay, so our views are never like huge on the blog. We just started it like a month ago. And 500 views in an hour to me was like significant enough to call it blowing up. So he comes in my office and he says, let's pump the brakes on the blowing up talk. And I go, what do you mean? I was like, he's blowing up. And he goes, well, that's not what we would consider blowing up. And I go, I'm not talking about likes on a tweet. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about somebody has clicked on your website 500 times in an hour. That is blowing up. So I said, if this thing gets to 1,000 in 2 hours, that's definitely blowing up.
Yeah.
And we asked a couple people in the office, and they agreed. And I was like, why are you being such a dick about this? It's blowing up. Like, So I think we're at like 1,500 views on the blog.
Congrats.
But we were posting it underneath Barstool stuff, too. So people were talking about, like Brandon Walker posted something, and I posted it about how there's two Whistlers.
Sure.
Right.
So there are two Whistlers.
So
the guy that he
attention
got,
seeking.
I was going after it. I was clickbaiting the shit
chasing
out of those motherfuckers. But anyway, there's he got the secondary Whistler, I think. And the first Whistler apparently has got cancer or something.
Oh,
this isn't no. We don't need to feel sorry for the Whistler. It's fine. He's got his come up. He's been doing this for a long time. It's probably throat cancer from the Whistler.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. So anyway, there's two of these guys. And I've only known the other one. I didn't know who this one was until I saw that video. And I was like, wait a second. So anyway, that's where that came from. But Mincy coming out strong.
Yeah.
Doing God's work, really. I mean, it was a great tweet. God's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
Lord's work, sure.
I think that's even stronger. Doing Lord's work instead of saying God. You can say the
Sure,
Lord.
sure,
Lord to me is stronger than saying God sometimes.
I'm only familiar with the baseball gods. It's about the only connection I got with any god. So.
But anyway, Mincy came out firing. I saw the Yak today where they were talking about the Mincy looked like he was whenever the lady gets up and starts talking back to Mincy, he goes back 2 steps when that lady stands up. So he looked like he was kind of shaking his boots a little bit.
Sure.
It should be a good tournament though. So I think Arkansas and Alabama are playing right now, and then after that, I think it's Vandy and Tennessee are supposed to be playing tonight.
Sure,
I want to watch that game. That one's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have the Whistler.
Whistler versus racists.
Racist.
That's a wild T-shirt.
The Tennessee fans.
We should. That's what you said last year. That's out of your mouth.
Clip it. Put it on a T-shirt. I feel like
the Whistler versus racist.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
That sounds like a really bad 30 for 30. Yeah.
That is good.
It does sound like a
What did I say last year? Recap.
It was something about Trey Morgan.
Oh.
Yeah.
They said a couple of things to Trey Morgan.
It was a little bit of spin zone on your part. It was a little bit of spin zone.
What?
It was a little
Me?
bit. It was a little
Come
bit.
on.
It was a little bit.
Those guys are assholes.
No, I hate
in
them.
Knoxville.
I hate them.
I hate Tennessee.
them.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
And let's be honest, Knoxville, not the most diverse.
Yeah.
Crazy talk. All right, here's a question from an LSU fan. If you say you're LSU, you get the 16th seed in the tournament, okay, and you're a host regional as the 16, you're faced. If you win that regional, you're matched up with the Tennessee regional because they'll be the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
And you got to go to Tennessee again to get to Omaha.
Sure.
Would you rather that scenario where you're the host team in your own regional at the 16 seed, or would you rather be the 2 seed and say like the 13 regional or something like that, and you can beat those guys on the road and then get to the Supers, face like a Stanford or some shit like that, and then get to Omaha? Would you rather that scenario or the one where you have to go to Tennessee? Tennessee's the best team in the country. It's not even close. Like, there's 2 scenarios. We did that last year. We were better this year than we were last year, but still, it's Tennessee.
But they're also better than they were last year.
Yeah, and it's like a firestorm going into that damn stadium. It's just
it's
10,000 racists.
It's a fucking buzzsaw. It's a buzzsaw.
But that's a good hypothetical, I think. And I had a lot of I posed that on Twitter, and that there was both sides. Some people were like, "Oh, let's slay the dragon," and then some people were like, "No, let's just get to Omaha. The easiest way to get to Omaha is not through Knoxville."
Fuck yeah. No, it's not.
It's not through Knoxville.
Well, but I don't think they would match us up that way because we had to go there last year.
They could. They rematch.
And we were 2 last year. We were 2 last year, so we had to win that regional to get to the Tennessee one.
Right. But I think the fact that we played them in a super regional last year, they probably will take that into consideration.
They could. But they also could see it as a rematch thing. They sometimes do that, too, where they're like, it was heated, people liked it.
And personally, I think that we're already a host team. I think we're already a host team, and if we win a game, I think we're a 14 or something like that seed anyway. I don't think we're even like a 16 or on the bubble.
Yeah, so let's say, do you think they're going to go to single elimination?
I don't know.
I don't think they have to. I think there's going to be. I think they have plenty.
I think
of time
the weather
to
clears up after tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Or tonight or whatever.
So I don't think they're going to have to do that. So let's say you go 2-2.
But this weather that just came in is just rolling straight there.
Yeah,
so.
Who knows? It's a toss-up now.
Yeah,
you got regionals starting, I believe, Monday and Tuesday.
Hypothetical: you beat Kentucky, lose to Tennessee, you beat Vandy or whoever, and then you lose to Tennessee again. So you go 2-2.
Yeah.
What would you say we are? Like 13, 14?
2-2? You win 2 games?
2 games.
I think we're still 14.
That would be
you
what
basically
I guess
you have
we
19
do
SEC wins. You will host a regional, and you'll be not a low regional seed.
See, I think we got to win it all to host. I don't know. It depends on what happens below. I really do. I don't know why.
No, fuck no.
I think if you won it, I think if you won it all, you're in contention for
if you win
national.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, you'd be up there around 8 or 9 for sure.
I just think you get to host. You got to. I don't know. This is what I'm hearing from my grandfather. At least I think you got to win to host. But I think the best. It's 2 things. The easiest route to actually be a good team, like if we beat Tennessee, that's a pretty good sign that things are going like we're on a hot streak.
For sure.
But it's like, do you? I don't know. I think.
So
with the hard road or the easy road, that's all.
Typically, the 17 and 13 regular season, you are already hosting a regional.
Sure.
And if you're the number 4 seed in the tournament, you're going to host a regional. So now, to me, the extra games that you could play and you get extra wins. So say you go 2-2 and you have 19 SEC wins.
I know it's weird to say, but I still think you got. I don't remember what.
The RPI is lower than it should be for a team that has 17 SEC wins.
Sure.
I think we're in like 23 or something like that.
Okay.
Typically, you would need to be top 20 at least or top 18 to get into that host site. But I think if you win. I think what you really needed was you needed Auburn to beat Kentucky today, and then you beat Auburn.
Yeah.
Now you got to play Kentucky. Kentucky's a lower RPI. It's not as good of a win as it would be against Auburn, but win against Kentucky, get to the next game. I think is it Tennessee the next game? Would it be Tennessee or Vandy?
Yeah,
that's the next game.
That's correct.
But you're in double elimination at that point.
Pray Vandy wins tonight.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to see Vandy again because you can't. It's baseball is a.
I'd rather see Vandy than
I'd rather
Tennessee.
see Vandy than Tennessee.
I just watched
100%
the shit out of them 3 times in a row.
Right.
No, I did
in
too.
their backyard. I mean, fucking.
But it's
I'd love to play
familiarity,
them
man.
again.
Yeah.
I'd way rather play them over Tennessee.
No, you're right.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like how games work. You beat a team 3 times. It's hard to beat a team 4 times. I don't know. It's Vandy too. I understand we beat them 3 times, but you don't think they're gonna take that personally if we play them?
I don't know.
I don't know. Again, Tennessee's tough, but
I also think Vitalo will take every LSU game personal too.
Sure, that's true.
I just think that that's the animal that he's trying to slay would be those old school top dogs.
Sure.
LSU. I know he was in the mix a little bit for the baseball job last year, but I don't know. There could be something there that he's still trying to
Sure.
We got anybody in the chat right now?
Let's check out.
We
got some Vols fans I saw a little bit earlier.
Vols fans?
Yeah, someone said
these
going
fuckers.
Vols. Yeah.
He said they're gonna beat us 21-3.
Who said that?
That's Test Gravy on TikTok, and then we have how we feeling about tomorrow. This team's gonna make a real deep run in this. I also agree on that.
LSU?
I believe.
Or is that Tennessee they're talking about?
I think he's talking about LSU. There was no prior.
LSU will make a deep run. To me, LSU, it just all revolves around you cannot go up against the pitcher that's going to try to handcuff you at all. If you can't score 5 or more runs against a team in the SEC tournament, then you're probably not going to do very well for LSU's sake because we just don't have the pitching.
We could also get Tennessee after a rain delay and just catch them off guard and take a dub. And I think that would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
We got a comment in the chat saying, "Where is the Vandy Whistler on the DGI scale?"
DGI scale,
very
good. He's very low on the DGI. Probably
he's not on it.
Well, I think he'd probably be the toy group. I mean, to me, it takes some balls to do what he's doing, right? Just be brazen out there.
Do you think they're both on there?
Both?
Yeah, both.
Tennessee Vandy got postponed is what also I'm seeing in the
chat.
chat.
Postponed. Fuck.
That's what I'm seeing in the chat again.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I think DGI, I think he's a low toy group, but still I think he's got a little dog in him because it takes some fucking balls to get up there and do that every single game. And people are going to come up to you every game. People come up to you every game and talk shit to you, and you still do it over and over and over. That's tough, bro.
I see where you're coming from here. And just everyone in America generally
Everybody hates your guts.
Yeah, and you just keep going.
Yeah.
There's some dog there.
Some dog there. I know. So anyway, I think he's probably 5s, but I think he's still maybe
Fives?
that might be a little high.
That's high.
Like 3s? I think he might be 3s.
5's like Dame range.
Wow. Okay.
Or like Terrier group, something like that.
Yeah, he's a toy dog.
I think he's a toy poodle, something like that.
Okay.
Or Frenchie, something like that. Cute but stubborn.
Small
sure.
amount.
You don't want to get bit by it, but I understand.
Exactly.
Smallest amount of respect.
So anyway, lots to look forward to for the SEC baseball tournament. One of our favorite times of the year, and one of the reasons why it's such a favorite time of the year for me is because we always end up going on vacation around that same time. And I think with what are you laughing at? You got a comment?
Huh?
You got a comment? No? Okay.
This was sent to me.
Oh. Who did that?
Katie.
Okay, great. So one of my favorite times of the year because it is vacation time. We always go to Florida around this time of the year, and I love watching SEC baseball and LSU baseball from the beach. And one of the things that we came up with this year was our top 10 list beach drinks, and there was a lot of controversy about this. And I think the controversy more came from in-house this time. Whereas the last week's list and the pizza list, well, actually it was me and you. You almost
blasphemy on the Florida Lee. I'm sorry.
No,
blasphemy.
Well, and
blasphemy for
he wants Florida Lee too. So both of y'all against me, tag
side.
team.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why you would ever. I mean, that's blasphemy.
So we came up with the top 10 beach drinks here, and so what I have is number 1 wasn't even my drink of choice, but y'all all agreed to this was the Corona, Corona, and I added with a lime.
Yeah, I agree. With that.
I feel like that's generally now. Somebody did comment about this on Facebook saying, "I can't believe you have a trash Corona that you have to make better by putting a lime in it."
Okay, but there are several cocktails. Whoever said that, there's several cocktails in the fucking list.
It's a Facebook guy. It's LSU Facebook.
Oh, so he's
people.
above 55.
Yeah,
Probably.
Facebook
Sure.
people
All right.
like, that's not our demo, things like that.
And that's
But-
gotta be in like a glass bottle. Like the
For
one
sure.
in the can is atrocious in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've never had a Corona in a can.
It's
I've had
bad.
it in a can.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad.
In my opinion.
It's not bad. It's just
Again, I'm a
tough to
college
get
kid.
that lime in there. You got to really have some dog
Sure.
in you to get that lime in
Sure.
there.
Sure.
So the next on the
Bushwhacker
list,
is
Bushwhacker. I got some
I'm right there
pushback
with
on
you.
a Bushwhacker.
right
Somebody
there with
said Bushwhacker, LMAFO, whatever, bull crap.
What an idiot.
And I'm like, whatever.
What a stupid idiot, huh?
It's dumb
That
motherfucker.
dumb idiot
You
guy.
Idiot.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. You never had a Bushwhacker on the
Okay.
beach. A Bushwhacker on the beach is just lights out.
Okay.
Pina colada. We do a lot of pina coladas. Big guy, Tulane Billy will
yeah,
be
loves
blending up some
Loves
pina
them.
coladas
Hey,
on the beach.
He'll make pina coladas and what's the other one? The one with
White
the
Russians?
tomato.
Oh, Bloody Marys.
Bloody Mary. He'll make so many of
Oh,
those.
he'll make a ton of Bloody Marys.
Outrageous amount.
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. Well, we have 2 golf sessions.
Bloody
but
Marys are gross. By
First
the
of
way.
all, let's talk about
They're
the
not-
golf.
they're not good.
You made the golf schedule, okay?
I did.
I have one problem with the golf schedule.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so we're playing golf twice. We go there on Saturday. Saturday's the first day at the beach. Sunday morning is at 7,
That's right.
and is that Lost Key, right?
That's right.
Which is like an hour away.
That's right.
So we have to get up probably at 5:30 in the morning.
That's right.
And the first night at the beach, right? It's
right.
like blowout. Like
right.
we're gonna be fucked up
That's right.
and hungover.
That's right.
I mean, the chances of me shooting in the double digits are low.
Well, I mean, the chances of you shooting in the double digits are low.
At the Lost
chances
Key?
of you scoring in the double digits, that's a different story.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. The other one I don't mind it so much, but that one, that's gonna be rough. But anyway,
Tiger Point's going to be fun. Yeah, apparently there's new management. So, yeah.
That's what I heard.
We
You
went a
told me
couple
that.
years ago, and
it wasn't as good. And
It was
now it's
fun. It
better.
was a good course. The layout's awesome at Tiger Point, I think. But the upkeep was just like,
I just don't remember it as well.
it was just, it felt a little Baton Rouge to me.
All right, so next we have margaritas. That's just a staple. I feel like that's
Sure.
good, and I like margaritas on the rocks.
Jalapeno margarita?
I can do different flavored
Okay.
margaritas.
Yeah, I'm just, honestly,
more
I'm
of a
not
jalapeno
that
guy.
big of a pina colada or a mojito guy.
Really, mojitos.
Definitely not a big mojito guy. But,
Really?
But I still think
is it because of the rum or is it because of
Just
the mint?
The mint, I think. It doesn't sit well with me. I don't.
What
think.
else do we have on there? We have strawberry daiquiris. I know, right?
Not a fan of Thad Castle, I guess, with the mojitos.
Wouldn't have
Dos
put hi-
Equis,
Wouldn't have put High Noon that high. I don't. Think.
High Noons. All right, so a lot
Definitely
of
wouldn't
people
have
were
Dos
telling me,
Equis.
what about White Claws? And I was like, well, no, High
No,
Noon.
High
To me,
Noon's better.
High Noons are better than White Claws,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
by
they
far.
are.
By
Yeah.
far.
So
Trulies are. Truly,
I like a High Noon because you can put it in a cooler and take it.
to me.
Whereas
Truly lemonades.
Truly
I would put
lemonades.
that in place of.
see, I've
the
heard
High Noons.
High Noon limes,
Never
lemon
had it.
limes, I
That's
think, or something
interesting.
like that.
That's
Those are really good.
interesting. I need to try
Truly
that.
iced teas. Like I've been through the Truly gamut, and like
Okay.
Truly lemonades, solid. Truly margaritas, Truly the Truly like fruit punch one. There's like one or two
Not-
windows
not
in there
great.
that I was okay, but the Truly
Too
original
much.
ones are the best one in my opinion.
Okay.
What were
And-
you about to say about iced tea?
Iced tea, I like.
Terrible.
It's horrible. But I'm saying is,
Awful.
I
What?
usually
Not
like
good. The
alcoholic
iced
iced
tea.
tea stuff. That was horrible. It
That
was a
was really
horrible.
bad.
I was really excited for it, and it ruined my day.
All right, so
A
I
week, my year.
drink
Horrendous.
peach iced tea and bourbon.
That's probably great.
And that's like my drink.
That's
Um,
good.
That's
But
fine.
it's because it has that, peach to it, it gives it that flavor.
Yes.
But the Truly iced teas,
It's imitating.
No,
It's not
no,
even iced
crap.
tea. It's just bad.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
So the one that sparked your eye was Mai Tais. We
Mai
had a
Tais.
10, and
I
you're like,
fucking
it
love
needs to
Mai
be.
Tais at the
Oh,
beach.
really?
I grew up on Mai Tais at the beach.
Stupid ass.
No, actually, seriously, the first time I ever got drunk was off of Mai Tais. So it's like,
Okay.
it has that place in my heart.
I got
You
you.
know what I mean?
Well, and I love rum, so like
Yeah.
rum on the beach needs
Rum
to
on
be
the
there.
beach.
So, I looked at a rum old fashioned. There's some rum old fashions, but old fashions take a lot of work, and it's hard to do on a beach. So,
Yeah, we're not.
Tampa, the only thing I would say, I know you guys don't know this place, but Caddy's rum buckets, just a bucket of rum. It's a great time.
Rum
Yeah.
buckets.
Yeah.
a bucket of rum.
Yeah, like
So
13
what does that
bucks.
mean?
I've heard of that.
Literally a bucket of rum. Yeah.
So you just get a bucket.
Yeah.
They give you a bucket, And they just pour rum in it, and there's nothing else in it?
There's probably something else I never checked. So,
Okay.
Bucket of
That
rum.
sounds terrible.
It's the most college beach drink you could have, but it's such a great time. And you only have to pay for one drink, so, at the end of the day.
Oh, I fucking hope so.
Yeah,
you're dead after that.
No, yeah.
Okay. So I love a good Bushwhacker. I think there's a couple of places that we've scouted already to where we can go to the beach, go grab some Bushwhackers, come back. Now, what they would make a killing on is if you could sit at the beach. You know how we get our beach chairs and all that?
Yeah.
If you can get a delivery service for your Bushwhackers to be delivered to you
like the
on
chair
the beach.
guys.
Yeah, and they just walk it out to you or whatever. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
We would at some point during the vacation we would pay a lot of money for that. Absolutely.
Not even
An Uber Eats, but just for drinks.
Just for drinks.
Yeah, that's a smart
Just
move.
bring out the cocktails.
That would crush in Florida. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it can just be Uber Eats, and then they just do the service of walking it out on the sand.
Sure, that works.
Yeah, I'll take food too.
You want the food too?
Why not?
That'd be dope.
We usually have a good amount of food out there, though. I think it's more about
On the beach?
Yeah, but I think it's more about
Yeah, but if they brought me a sandwich,
Oh yeah.
Jesus, man.
What's y'all's go-to vacation food? What's
Food?
What does that look
It's
like for
always
y'all?
pulled pork.
Yeah, it's usually
Solid.
pulled pork, and we bring a whole bunch of pulled pork, and we make pulled pork sandwiches. We could do a top 10 food vacation list.
That's a
That'd probably
solid
be
list.
pretty
We
good.
gotta
That's
come
going to
back.
be all over the place. 'Cause
Spaghetti.
I think everyone's got something different.
Yeah,
right?
spaghetti,
Spaghetti
a
on the beach
casserole.
is just.
We do.
Why is spaghetti on the beach so much better than spaghetti anywhere else?
So good.
Yeah.
It's so
Why
it's the
is that?
salt
I
water,
don't
I
know.
think.
Maybe so. Maybe is it just
visual.
that I'm exhausted?
But also
There's
the
something about it, man.
So what else? We usually do fillets, right? We usually
Fillets
do a tenderloin, and we do a
Yeah.
big thing. I don't know if
Yeah.
we're gonna do that this year, but
A good salad works on the beach. I don't know why. Maybe that's just a personal thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. With the
salad.
fillets,
refreshing.
usually, it's all mine.
Refreshing. Let's see. What you know? What else is good? It's I heat my sandwiches up in the microwave, with cheese on it and stuff. I heat them up in the microwave. But on the beach, I want a good cold sandwich for lunch.
Huh.
Like
That's fair.
ham and cheese, cold,
Solid.
cut up in half,
One year
some chips.
I did quesadillas and
Pulled pork quesadillas.
Of course,
Oh,
Okay.
those are
because
good.
we always just
We
have
have
way too much pulled pork.
Yeah, we end up with a bucket of pulled pork.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time. Yeah. It's a good tailgate option.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few options that we have for. And I think there's a good breakfast place. Actually, no, I take this back. Right across the street, there's actually a chili dog place right by our
I've eaten there
hotel.
before. Solid chili dog place.
You know what we're talking about? It's the
Pensacola,
Beach
it's not
Club.
that big. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
So there's a chili dog place right across the street, and I had chili dogs the last time we were there. We're gonna have to go back and get those again too. That would be great. Maybe we can go there the first day, talk to them, and say, hey, look, here's $50. When we call you, bring us chili dogs and Bushwhackers, and we'll keep feeding you money as you do this, but ahead of time.
Sign a contract.
Sign
a contract.
Yeah, a week deal,
Sure.
a week-long deal, and maybe trade with the podcast advertising, whatever we need to do.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. What's a bushwhacker? I know that's kind of crazy. I've
Okay,
never had
so-
it. Yeah, never had it.
There's a lot of things in there. There's vodka. There's also some rum in there. There's
of it, never
there's
had
a couple of different ways
It's
to make a
7
bushwhacker.
different-
Okay.
There's
heard different
Kahlua.
versions.
It's
Okay.
almost like a White Russian, but it's a
Okay.
little bit different because it's got vodka and rum in it.
Okay.
So it's not quite as coffee-ish as
Got it.
a White Russian would be.
Okay.
But yeah, it's my favorite.
Good stuff. I'll have to give it a
Favorite.
go.
It's very sugary though. So you start drinking a lot of them. And you're hot on the beach,
I
it
got
can
what
it
you're
can,
saying.
you can
Knock
get a
you out.
backlash.
Sure,
There'll be a
sure.
backlash at some point.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, so that'll be a good time. I think we got 2 rounds of golf scheduled.
Yep.
Ask Sam. So Will's coming with us, right?
Yep.
So ask Sam what's he planning on doing while he's at the house by himself.
He's
The
gonna organize.
roommate. He said he's going to clean.
He's gonna clean.
I
No,
said,
and
oh.
me and William were saying behind his back that we're like, I bet you he's gonna clean. And then I talked to him this morning, and he was like,
I asked him today.
yeah, when y'all go, I'm going to just clean this place dry.
That's right.
And I was like, that's what we said you were going to do.
I got a few comments. Sorry to cut you off. We got Alex saying sandwiches got to be cut diagonal, so must be a must.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Sandwich got to cut it right down the diagonal. And then what you do is you fan them out on the plate, and then you put the chips in the middle, and you have like a little gourmet
Sure.
sandwich plate going on,
Yeah.
little situation.
So I eat crust because
An
I'm
easy
I'm a
way to
dog.
live fancy.
Well, crust, you're a man.
Yeah, I'm a
you're
man.
a grown up.
No, you have to.
Right, for sure.
But do you think at the beach you get permission to cut the crust off?
Fuck
yes or
no.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely not.
I had an argument with
That's
someone. I'm just trying to
ridiculous.
solve some arguments back.
Oh
That's
no!
all.
Just give me
Yeah.
their phone number. I'll fucking get
cool.
that straight.
Cool.
I don't even cut the sandwich.
Yeah,
in
no,
half.
you eat the crust. You're an adult.
I don't even cut the sandwich in half.
We're on the same side here. We got Belly here saying full pint of Fireball is my favorite drink.
Ooh,
Fireball's solid.
Fireball.
That is
That is rough.
Very cinnamony. So
That is rough. So all right.
easy shooter though.
We've talked about SEC tournament. We've talked about beach. I think now we probably need to talk about our dog of the week. That's going to be our new segment coming up here. Is the dog of the week where we
Have you made a decision on who this is going to be? Are we just going to have to open and discuss this? Because I think there's a few.
We
options.
can open discuss it because I haven't really. I'm not sold on mine yet, so we can
Sure.
open discuss it.
Sure.
I'd like
So
to hear
who-
what you
who-
had to
who are your
say.
candidates.
One of them is going to be Ben Mintz because I felt like that
Has
was
to be.
like.
Has
I
to
mean,
be.
you just hung your dick out there
Has
and
to
you
be.
went down there and you got some content, and I
Uh-huh.
love that shit.
Yeah.
You went and did the Lord's work, and you went down there. Maybe that's the name of this episode, is the Lord's work.
Lord's work.
But you just you go down there and you go and you say the things that everybody else wanted to say. I thought that was a lot of dog, a lot of dog in that little man right there.
Yeah. Hey, not a little man. He's a big man.
He's
He's a big
is
fella.
He's big. He's short, but
He's not short.
he is short.
He's the same height as you.
No, he's shorter than me. Ben Mintz?
Mm-mm.
No
He's
way.
the same height as you. He was in our house.
Yeah, I know he was in our house. He's shorter than me.
No, he's not.
He's 5'9"ish, 5'8"ish, something like that.
No, he's like at least 5'10".
the thing's not going dog of the week, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah.
Justin Thomas, I guess, won a major.
Oh, that was
Dude,
dog.
that guy botched it. The
Uh-huh.
guy before. I
Oh
forget his
yeah,
name. I don't want to go off a lot.
Piera. He didn't
Mito?
have any dog.
What a horrible
Mito
move.
Pereira is got to be the least clutch human being I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
That was rough.
Dude, that
A
drive,
par. You need a par.
that his swing was so ugly on that drive, dude. And
So-
then he gets up to the green. He's got to go up and down to stay alive, and he skull fucks it and puts it over the fucking green.
All right, you want to hear low
That's
dog?
horrible, man.
Like the least dog of the week would be me because
you?
I actually turned the PGA Championship off.
Wow, yeah.
When Pereira on the 17th hit his drive and it was like over the green and he had to it's a par 4 and he's got to like chip up to get a birdie or whatever. I think he ended up parring it, and then I didn't even watch the 18th because I was like, oh, this is over.
I didn't watch any of it, so
Any of it?
yeah, I went to Target.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Big day, huh?
Well, I had moved in the day prior, and I didn't have any groceries.
Big
I had-
day.
I had absolutely nothing,
Okay.
and it turned out that William doesn't stock anything in his fridge. So
Oh, okay.
I was like, I need to get
I-
some milk. And
I have vacation
Things-
fridge going on right now.
That's-
If you look at my fridge right now, it is like I have milk, eggs,
One like
cheese,
Yeah.
butter.
Maybe 2 eggs.
yeah, you see, we didn't even
I have all the condiments you need.
Sure, relish.
Condiments are all there, but
See,
there's
we didn't-
nothing else.
We didn't even have those things, so I really
Wow.
had to go spend $1 at Target
Okay.
to make sure that we had some food.
Okay.
Or that I had food.
Man, how's that going? The little living situation. The 3 OT.
No, it's great.
OT. That should be the Fred's podcast house over there, right? All 3 of
Sure.
y'all just living there. We need to We need to move all this shit over there.
If you-
Is that possible?
I don't think we should do that. I think you would have a heart attack.
Yo, I think you're right. I almost had a heart attack tonight. Okay, so should be a good little break. I think we need to get out. I'm gonna get out of town. We got to go to Florida, have a little break. Y'all are gonna come back on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Is that the plan? Y'all are coming back here on Wednesday, and y'all are gonna do a show here on Wednesday, is what y'all are saying, right? Unless
Sure.
something goes haywire, right?
Right.
So that'll be fun, and I'll
Haywire.
be on the
Hayride.
chat from.
Hayride Scandal.
You're gonna be at Hayride?
No.
No.
No, you said haywire, and I just said.
Hayride. Okay. But I'll be in Florida, and I'll get on the live chat while y'all are out there, right? So that'll be good. So, all right, LSU baseball tomorrow scheduled for 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be watching it at work, probably starting at 3. depending on what time they ended up starting
Sure.
to play. I don't know, the weather.
I hate Kentucky. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you have a lot of feelings about Kentucky.
Yeah, I just hate. I have friends who go there, and I mean, their canes really ruined my trip there. I enjoyed it. Like, I wanted
You're
to
big
see
on this Canes in Kentucky thing.
Dude, yeah, it was bad. Like, it was a bad experience. Like, Canes usually isn't, like, it was just a bad experience.
Like,
It
you're
may be
talking
just
about
the
Raising
Canes.
Canes?
Yeah, talking about Raising
What
Canes.
what
I
kind
didn't
of
realize that's what
what
you're
was your
talking
bad
about earlier.
experience
I
at
mean,
Canes?
the lady got, like, the thing wrong. I get usually a caniac box. She didn't give me, it was, like, 2. And I was like, I didn't even want to argue it. So then I ate it. And then it wasn't even really cooked all. It was just a bad time.
She was. You
You
think
didn't
she
want to
was?
argue it.
Do you think she was like saying, you didn't need a caniac"?
He could have. He could have said that. I was on spring break belly. Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Like, you
It
didn't need
just,
that.
they just thought they were a little bit better. Like,
That-
they had this robot bringing people food. I mean, it was kind of cool, but at the same time, I was like, relax. Just have, like, a person bring you food. We're not there yet.
A robot bringing food. We're
Yeah, dude, I want to kick that thing over. I don't know why. Like, I like technology, but not that much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
No, that reminds me of I was a couple weeks ago.
Reminds me of Rocky 4. Go ahead. Sorry, derailed.
Okay.
There's 4. Anyway.
There's
There's
5.
6.
Damn.
There's 6?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought there were 5.
Rocky Balboa.
Yikes.
Oh right, Rocky Balboa.
How many times can that guy come back from a fight?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know.
6 times.
No.
And
you can
then
count.
if you count the Creed movies, you know.
Oh yeah.
But
True.
anyway, Jesus.
Wasn't that a Sharknado?
I was at the restaurant with my girlfriend, and she ordered off the kids menu, and then I was gonna also order off the kids menu. We were just like eating light. We were like doing.
This is
like,
at where?
It isn't Lafayette.
Oh, okay.
She orders off the kids menu. Fine, no problem. I order off the kids menu. I was just gonna get like a cheese quesadilla, and they were like, "Well, you can actually get that like as a normal size."
As a grown up.
Yeah.
They were like, "You know what? You're a little bigger. How about you?
Yeah. Ain't
Yikes.
no way that's gonna fill you up, little man.
Yeah. How about you order like a big boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
You don't think they were just looking at y'all like, you fuckers. You don't just walk in here and order from the kids menu.
Right.
That's not
It was-
allowed, right?
I think it should be allowed. Because like if I want to eat a smaller portion, then I should be able to order your smaller portion size.
This is the Ricky Gervais argument. I don't know what movie it's from, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
About-
yeah.
about-
I
about
did.
it.
I saw that too. He was like, okay, well then my kid's gonna order 2 grilled cheese
and he
sandwiches.
just face
Ah.
fucks it. He just puts all the chicken
That's
nuggets in his
great.
mouth
I like
every
that.
time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate Lexington. I mean, all they had really was bourbon and a couple horses, and then that was about it. So,
I love Lexington.
yeah.
Lexington was fun. It was just
Oh, y'all had some really bad experiences in Lexington though, but that was on your own fault.
a little bit.
I had let's put it this way. Let's
A
put it
little
this way.
bit. Y'all went
there's
into a
just-
hotel that just had
there's just-
had no running water.
Yeah, that was tough.
See, I had
That
a
was
good
tough.
I had a good time because I had my friends around me. Like they made it a good experience. But like if I was just there by myself alone, it would have been the worst place in the world. I don't. Lexington had a bad taste
there
in
was
my
not a
mouth.
lot to do.
Yeah.
There was not a lot to do.
Okay.
There
I
were
can
some,
see that.
There were some okay bars. Honestly, they weren't.
Sure.
They weren't very fun. It just and like
no, I can
you
see
would
that. It's
expect
not
like after they fucking beat the shit out of LSU like they
no,
did.
they don't care about football like that. Though.
No, they don't at
Dude,
all.
the stadium was honestly rocking.
The
though.
stadium, but they don't
I-
have like the going out into the bars. There's not
No,
really like
there's
an
not that scene
atmosphere.
like
But the
that.
bars are so close to campus that I just like it's almost like literally attached to campus. These bars.
You know what I think is
that I
also
just
weird?
assumed that they would fucking go out and party.
No, because here's the thing.
Basketball.
Like basketball,
All the
and
way through.
the stadium though is downtown.
Yeah.
The Rupp Arena. It's
Sure.
not on campus.
Not at all.
So I think their big scene is there than it is on campus, and I don't think they're able to adapt to the two. Like I think
It's basketball all the way
Whoa,
through. It's
I think actually I
ingrained.
know. I'm starting to remember now. There were like some house parties that were going on.
House parties.
Okay.
are
So
big
everyone
there,
was going
yeah.
to like some big house party,
Sure.
and then we weren't invited because we didn't know anybody, obviously.
But like the trip is to go, like say if it was an LSU game, if it's in October especially, you can go to Keeneland and go to the fall
Keeneland was
meets
nice.
in
Keeneland was
Keeneland,
nice.
and then you go to the LSU game or make it a whole like trip or whatever. And then go to some bourbon tours, things like that. That's
Sure.
the way to do it out there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's not. I don't think it's just the tailgating atmosphere is probably not there.
It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, again, I probably overstated. I don't like Lexington. I had a great time with
You
my
hate
people.
the Canes.
I just had a bad experience. They had this blue. The other thing is like, you just have a normal Arby's. They had a blue Arby's. Like that shouldn't. I mean, come on. Like
A blue. So they
That's the
changed
thing.
everything into
Yeah.
blue.
your mistake was by going to Arby's.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love Arby's, but no, this was a blue Arby's. I think that's been discontinued, but like they're trying to be like different. So like the logo's
Do
blue.
they have the meats?
I never got to go. It was,
Oh,
it was
okay.
closed down. But like
Oh, I see.
it's just I think it's a little cocky of them to have a blue
Yeah.
Arby's.
Cocky athlete of the week. Bocock Cigars. So
Yeah.
cocky
We
Arby's of the
we
week.
didn't decide who the dog was.
Oh,
yeah, we didn't do the
It's
dog
just
yet.
Mints. Hey, I'm good.
At Mintz, I think it's Ben Mintz.
Yeah, he
Ben
won
Mintz,
the
the dog of the week.
I'm all
Sure.
cool with that.
High DGI score on that one. I think just going up there and trying to get in that guy's face was epic. So I think he's got like 2 million views on that thing.
Props to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
Anyway.
we all hate the Vandy Whistler. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably wrap it up a little short here tonight. We're going to go to vacation next week. You guys will be back Wednesday on another show. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Fred's Bar, Bank of England Mortgage. We have River Cities Total Maintenance, Courtesy Automotive Group, long list of guys, Ounce of Hope, T-Bubba's Sports Talk. Went up there and met with T-Bubba, 10-year-old kid up in North Louisiana. He's going to be interviewing Charlie Ward coming up here soon. They're a sponsor of our podcast. He's got SEC media passes. He is going to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. He's going to interview people up there in North Louisiana.
What the
I know.
fuck?
This kid is just on fire, this guy. So anyway, we appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. We appreciate all of our sponsors. We got one more.
yeah, William Sherman says he needs a fireball shot on the 18 tee box. Missed that, my bad. And then I live with the vacation fridge. So that's the two comments.
Oh, yes, vacation fridge. Yes. William, I'm going to take a picture of my fridge tonight. I'm going to say this is a prototypical vacation fridge.
Tate, I don't know if you realize, but William is on the podcast.
Yeah, that's our William.
No, I just
Our
yeah,
way.
no, I
Okay, I
realized
was
that.
making
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
you
yeah,
were
yeah.
aware.
No, yeah,
So-
yeah, yeah.
You said earlier that you weren't good with names and faces.
No,
so-
I need to get used to that. But
and he has Tim Quarterman as his profile
yeah,
picture.
no, I Tim Quarterman's
So-
from from Atlanta, if I remember.
And
I
Tim
had some connection
Quarterman
with
is
Atlanta.
one of his all-time DGI
Sure, he's
of
a
all
dog.
time.
High dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog. Yeah, I
Top
DM'd him.
10 DGIs of all time for LSU athletes is one of his is Tim Quarterman.
Yeah, I think
I
that's-
DM'd him
That's
once.
probably
He,
fair.
I don't remember the whole story, but I think he was asking about like good places
William
in
or
Atlanta.
William or
Quarterman.
Quarterman.
This
okay.
is years ago, and I don't. I mean, I have no. I'll find proof of it. But yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah, we'll need proof of that.
I'll find it. I'll find it.
All right, so it has been One Team One Podcast. We appreciate everybody for joining us tonight, and we will see you again next week. And for Tater Tot, Matt, and Jack, it's been One Team One Podcast.
Logan out.
Pleasure.
You gotta click it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Quality. Second.